Welcome in and please enjoy this beautiful home tour. The design of this house took time to put together, piece by piece, detail by detail, and sometimes that's exactly what we must do for ourselves. Take the time to rebuild, restore, and put ourselves back together again. As you look around this space, let it serve as a reminder that your life, too, can be redesigned with patience, intention, and grace. Please subscribe because this journey isn't about homes. It's about us creating safe and beautiful spaces within ourselves. And on this path, you're not alone. We're rising and rebuilding together. The last time I shared how something sparked inside of me, a fire that made me realize it was finally time that I do something for myself. Not just for myself, but something that I truly, truly wanted to do. And I was not able to do it to the capacity of which I wanted to do it at the time that I started it. And I just kind of put it by the wayside and did not entertain it for a while. The thought was still there. The desire was there. I just didn't have the time to actually do it. So today I just want to share some of the things or some of the thoughts, what I feel I need to do about that fire that's set inside of me, and why it has completely shifted the way I look at my life moving forward. Although my kids leaving, and going to college, I mean, they're not gone. They're not gone. There will be moments and seasons of, them coming back. They go, Christmas, holidays, summer, like they'll be back, right? But it's different when they're both gone at the same time and you are kind of in a space where it's like, I have nothing at this moment to do for the kids when that has been most of your life since they were babies. So it's just finding a newfound you. That's why the channel is Woman Revealed. Woman Revealed. Like there's an inner core, and I said this one of my previous videos, but there's an inner core that God has created inside of all of us. There's a desire that God has put in our hearts. There are goals that we wanted to always achieve. And sometimes we put our lives on the back burner. As women, we put our lives on the back burner for our children, for our families, so that they can get the best part of us as we think they're getting the best part of us. But sometimes when we kind of put ourselves to the side, we can't show up as the best part of us. We just give all that we have in that moment. We just give everything that we have and everything that we have to offer to see them succeed and move forward, and to make sure that they know that they are nurtured and they are loved. And we tend to just kind of put ourselves to the side. You're not the only one. I'm not the only one, but I wanted to come to share, you know, I wanted to share in those moments, for myself, for you. I want to make sure that even if you are not an empty nester yet, right? You're not an empty nester yet, and your time is coming, and you're under the sound of my voice. Know that you too can start this process to start rebuilding yourself and just focusing on some things, even if it's small things. Build your time out so that you can focus on some things that you want to do for yourself, and knowing that one day the children will get older. They will, and they will grow. So even though I know that they'll be back doing holidays and summer vacations or whatever, I know they'll be back. I know that there's going to come a time where they're going to be living their life, because once they finish college, that is when real life begins for them. Like real life begins for them. And then they decide which direction they want to go in. They may come back home, they may not, right? I need to be prepared for that. I don't want to take this time and say, oh, the next 4 years or the next 5 years, of which I have the next 5 years, because my baby is, her college is for 5 years. Her degree is a 5 year degree, not a 4 year degree. So I have time still to kind of continue to nurture them in this way, right? I still have time, but I know once they both graduate college that they may decide to go a different direction. Although mommy will always be here no matter what. If they decide to come back home, if they decide to move forward and move out of state or wherever they decide to go, I just want to be prepared for it myself. And knowing that I have some things that I wanted to achieve and some goals that I wanted to conquer, and knowing that God has put so much inside of me that I'm just ready and willing to share. So them going away and getting grown and going to college, it makes me feel good. It really does. Like I feel amazing. I'm proud. I'm grateful, for their lives, but I'm also aware. I'm aware about the shift in my role as a mom. I'm here for them always, but now I need to show up a little bit more for myself. And this is just not for me. Ladies, it's time. It's time for you to show up a little bit more for yourself. If you feel yourself feeling like, what is my purpose? If you feel yourself wanting to do things and feel like you don't have the time to do things, I understand how hard it can be to block out the time that you need for yourself. I get it, but we have to find it. Even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, we have to find that moment so we can start building the structure of what our lives are going to look like once the kids are moving on, once the kids are going to school and they're now trying to reach their own goals. And because God has a purpose for their life too, and their purpose is not just to be your child. And for you, your purpose is not just to mold them or to continue to nurture them. You have to do the things that God placed on your heart to do, those things that God called you to do, so that you can fulfill your purpose in this world, because there is a purpose for you. Mom, there's a purpose for you. There is. So you need to find or tap into that purpose so that woman inside of you can be revealed. You just got to tap in. And we are here as a community, as a team, as a group, as a support group, empowerment group, whatever you want to name this channel, whatever it needs to be for you. We are here to help you get to that next level so that you can move in that direction. We've committed ourselves to dance, to volunteering, to honor societies. And, my kids were in cyber school, so I was everything at home. So, the teachers were there on cyber school, but I was the assistant in the classroom, if for lack of better words, I was the assistant. So I made sure that they had everything that they needed in the time that they needed it. I made sure that they were comfortable during the course of the day. Like I was there for 10 years. I was there. I was the assistant. No pay. Pay. My pay was being mommy, right? And my identity was wrapped in that. It was wrapped in supporting them. Being a dance mom of two girls who love to dance. They are amazing at dancing, and dancing is truly, still is, a passion for both of them. So my job is not over of being that mom that shows up at, their events, because they're both deciding to pursue dance in college. But at the same time, it's not every day. It's not every weekend, so there is some time that I can build out for myself. I already know what months and days they're going to be performing, so I can build out my schedule and build out my time to make sure that I am there and I'm showing up for both of them in the time that I need to show up for them. And I'm being honest, I loved every moment of being there for them. But when I overheard them planning their lives, when I overheard them just having those conversations and just talking about all of the things that they want to do, all of the things that they're going to do, from eating to just socializing and to building friendships and finding people that match their fly or their vibe, and knowing that they connected, in a good way with someone, or even going through that process of testing and seeing if those people are good for them. I'm wholeheartedly gonna miss them. Being here every day and having those conversations and knowing that how they day really went, because I'm here, I'm seeing them. But I realize they're not gonna always need me in the same way. They're not going to always need me in the same way. So that just was a realization for me to say that now is my time. Ladies, if you're out there and you are listening to your kids and they're envisioning what their life will be, and they are romanticizing how college is going to be for them and things like that, and you're not technically a part of that equation, because it's a given that you're still going to always play, be in the mix somewhere. It's okay. It's okay. You're still here with us. You're still alive. God has blessed you with another breath. It's your time. It's your time. If you didn't realize it, if you're listening to this video right now, I'm telling you, it is your time. It's your time to reclaim your time. There is freedom in reclaiming your time. And although this is still new for me and it's going to take me a minute, and I'm going to walk this process out. I'm going to think about the good and the bad. I'm going to have my moments of getting emotional. I'm going to have my moments of missing them. I'm going to have my moments of wanting them to be just kind of here, right? Because sometimes we although we don't always say it, but sometimes their presence make us feel better too, because we're going through a lot in the background that they don't even know. Sometimes they do know, right? But because kids are smarter than we want to give them credit for, sometimes they do know that we're going through things in the background, but we try our best to put on that face and make things a lot easier for them. But I was talking to my daughter's doctor, and she was just encouraging my youngest to just be herself. Make sure that you find the right people and all of those things. But then she turned to me and she says, you're going to find a newfound freedom. You may not recognize it now and you may not feel that right now, but it's going to get better. It's going to get better. So I'm saying this to you. Now it's going to be times where you're going to be able to have a newfound freedom. A newfound freedom, being able to reconnect with friends, enjoying some quiet moments that you couldn't enjoy before as much as you wanted to enjoy. Like creating just some uninterrupted you time. If you're that mother where you can't go to the bathroom, or you couldn't go to the bathroom without someone knocking on the door or without someone needing you, You couldn't cook a full meal without everyone walking in the kitchen. Like, what time is food going to be done? Looking over your shoulder, making sure. But there are going to be times where you're going to be able to just sit down. You may not know, you may not know what to do, because sometimes, you just don't know what to do, because you just like, oh, I don't have to do anything for anybody, right? It's just me. So then you have to now learn how to just do things for yourself. Take care of your mental, take care of your spiritual, take care of your physical, right? Do self-care, do self-love. Yeah, I have two girls in college, so the funds may not be as long as I want them to be for myself, but I know I can enjoy myself in a nice hot bath. That's not going to cost me anything but a little water bill that I got to pay anyway, right? It may, you can have a nice cup of coffee, a nice cup of tea, and just sit and enjoy it. You can sit down and actually read a whole book, or get a coloring book and get adult coloring book and get to coloring. Do some things that just kind of relaxes your mind, and that's going to make you happy. Get out, reconnecting with friends is, sometimes we do lose connection because everybody has everything going on in their life, but just reconnect with those friends. So now's the time. Now is the time. Woman Revealed, now is the time to rediscover you, rediscover her, whatever you want to call yourself in this moment, in this season of life. Rediscover that. Tap into that. Pray about that. Pray, even if you feel like, oh, I have goals and they may be high to reach. That's okay. Pray about direction. Pray to God for direction and what steps you take next. But in the mix of even praying, I can tell you just the more practical look of it. Chat GPT as well can give you some insight as to things that you can do in this time, in this season of your life. Even if you don't have an idea, some people are like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm just empty and I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if there's something I want to do. Or you may have a million things that you want to do. Maybe just type it out to Chat GPT. Maybe they can break it down for you, give you some timetables or schedules of how things can look for you, so that you can rediscover you, so that you can take steps in a direction to rediscover yourself and reclaim your time. So the thing that I decided to do that set fire in me after hearing them, after the fire was set, rather, the thing that I decided to do was get back into YouTube. And now it's so much easier for me to talk to you. It's so much easier for me to give you where my experiences are and how I walk through the process of whatever it was, taking care of my kids and where I am in life. It's much easier for me now to just freely speak on it, because I'm not as overwhelmed. I have time to sit down and talk about it, talk to you, record the videos, edit the videos, and upload the videos. I have a little bit more time to do that, to do those things now. So I'm like, yeah, we can get back on YouTube and really give it our all. At the time, I felt like when I started, I felt like I had something to share. Then at one time I felt like I had too much to share and I didn't know what direction to go in. And then I felt like at one point I'm like, I don't have anything. Who's going to listen to me? Who's going to listen to me? But now I'm back and I know that I have something to share. I know I have something to share. sharing my journey with women in the same phase of life, because I know what it's like for me in this phase of life. And sometimes you just need people that are like-minded, or people that even understand where you are. So sometimes we can walk through it and talk through it together. We can pray each other through it, right? And I know I know I have a story. I know I have gems. I have things, valuable things that I can share. I know that now. And there are women that need to hear this. And they just need to hear from me or whoever. But there are women out there that need to hear it. And I'm willing to share it. I'm not a gatekeeper. It's not just my journey, but there are things that I know as a person, like through my successions of life, through my journey of life, being a mom and, being single at first, right? Then getting married and then becoming a mom and, all of the things, all of the things. I know I have things that I can share that will help someone else. And my heart desire is to help someone else. I don't want to sit on the things that God gave me and not share them. I don't. I want to share. But I also want to build my community of people, of women that are also in this phase of life, and that are going to be in this phase of life. I think now is the time. If you are listening, you are here for a reason. I think now is the time to tap into that for yourself. There is going to be a bigger vision here. It's not just about me sharing my journey, but it's going to be a journey of us just self-love and newness and regeneration, walking in the path, as I said before, that God set for us, and just helping each other become better women. We just need to get behind each other and just become better. So let's build this community together. Let's build this community together. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment. Let's talk about it in the comments. Let's talk about it, because I think now is the time for us as women to join together. So now that I've decided to step back into YouTube world in this season of my life, of creating and just sharing my journey and where God is going to lead me, or where he's leading me. The real question is, besides recording this video or any other video, where do I truly begin? What's the first steps in rebuilding myself after years of just pouring into everyone else? So in the next video, I'm going to be sharing exactly the first thing I did to kickstart this new journey. So stay tuned.